You've been hit by, you've been smacked by a smooth criminal. Doom, 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 bang. Don't, bang. Hello, YouTube. Hi, Blue Skies. Hi, Blue Skies. I ain't seen you in a while. Love to you as well. Dog Liquor. What's going on, Dog Liquor Cam? Carmel Bunny. Yes, we have been on today, but we gonna come back. How's that? What's up in Toontown? Kimberly White. Everybody, welcome. Hi, Miss Tracy. I was watching your replay on meth. Yeah, I've been there with meth, baby. The people can't tell me too much about methamphetamine. Only thing I'll be lacking with that is I don't know how to cook it. I was too scared of blowing myself up. But I want to come on here to talk about this situation, right? Now, as we can see, I think Wilson is about three videos in already. Same subject, Dobie. I don't know why Dobie is so important to this boy. But since he wants to continue to be a bully, we'll keep our focus on him, right? To balance things out. I want to talk about the situation in Las Vegas, right? And just to refresh us, I want to tell you about scamming. Now, I know a lot about scamming. I know a lot about that get over spirit, right? It's always a get over. People who move into apartments, they don't pay the rent until they get evicted, right? It is a scam. People have all kinds of ways of scam. They scam the apartment stores. They scam utility companies. They find ways to not pay their bills and all this kind of shit, right? There was a movie once that comes to mind. It was called Victor Victoria. Y'all remember that? I think Julie Andrews was the star of it. Whatever. And they were showing her, she was a singer or something. They think they were in London and she was from Chicago, but she was so hungry that she was going through the city, looking in windows at people eating. They were eating fine dining, steaks and all that. And she came across this guy in these were the two stars. He came across this guy in the restaurant. He saw how hungry she was. He invited her to dine with him, right? And they had steak tartare, and they had this beautiful meal with expensive wines and so forth. And when the meal was finished, the man pulled out a small container which contained a huge cockroach. And he put the cockroach on the plate, right? He told her, well, when I say scream, you scream, right? So basically, they got the meal comped because there was a cockroach in the food. Now, there was a cockroach nowhere else, but the truth of the matter is he was a professional scam artist, or he certainly knew how to scam and survive without any money, right? So they got their food for free. So of course, they had the biggest meal, the most wonderful meal, because he never intended to pay for it in the first place. And this is what we're experiencing with Jay Wilson. He's being more and more exposed of what kind of a piece of shit Jay Wilson really is, right? Now, a lot of people were wondering about the situation with Jay Wilson. He kept showing us this suite of all these rooms. I mean, usually when you rent a hotel room, you rent a room, right? But oh no, he's got a whole suite with more than one bedroom in the suite, a kitchen, and it's right on the strip. And it looks out over the strip and all right. He's bragging about all his accommodations. He's dogging other people's accommodations, right? And he's talking about how wonderful this place is, how expensive this room is, and all this stuff, right? And this is where I'm going to show you this clip. We're claiming fair use here for the purposes of commentary, and I want you to pay attention to this scam. This is not new. This is an old scam.
A tactful person when it comes to service not being to my expectation. Mm-hmm. I was in my room, mm-hmm. and the two bedrooms were cold. Mm. But I noticed that the kitchen area in the living room was a little warm.
You're in Vegas, nigga.
Comfortable, but
it's 110 degrees outside.
I called downstairs, mm-hmm. and I said, hey, the living room area and the dining room area in the living room is warm. So the engineer came and they looked at it. We went to dinner, came back, it was still warm.
Okay, pay attention, people.
Then the engineer came and he said that the curtains was open. I said, well, whether the curtains are open or not, it should make a major difference.
How you gonna tell the engineer what makes a difference?
We want to see the view of the city.
Let's pause.
So I said, can you please?
Wait a minute. You said the bedrooms and the air conditioners were working fine. Everyone was cool there. You said that the primary room, the living room, was warm. So you wanted the engineer to come up to your room to adjust the air conditioning. Apparently they don't let you adjust it in your own place. But the engineer came and said, well, because your curtains are open and it's 120 degrees outside, that's why the sun is coming in, and that makes the living room warm. I mean, we're talking 120 degree heat here. This man lives here. He has a home there. He does this for a living. He's telling him the reasonable answer. All you have to do, if you want the room to be cool, is to close the window when the sun is beaming down in the room, right? In the evening, the sun is not beaming down in the room, and then you can enjoy the view of the strip at that time if you want to. But if you're going to be in the living room, the only way you're going to cool the room is if the sun is not beaming in the room. Just like if you were at home. If I was right here and it was extremely hot, I know that I would close the curtains so the sun would not beam into my room. I just want to try to make this clear to you guys and watch the scam.
You know, so the engineer came up about 5 times that one day, and I'm very persistent. So it cooled down that night. I was told that when you walk into the room, that's when the air conditioner starts and stuff. And I wouldn't, you know, and for that much money, if I wanted snow out of the air conditioner, I better have gotten.
No, you don't get no snow out of the air conditioner, nigga. You get the exact same thing as everyone else in the hotel. When it cooled down, you realize, oh, now it's cool. Why? Because the sun is not beaming into the room, right? But you're talking about because you're spending so much money on this room, right? So this room was never paid for in the beginning, because my guess was that someone else was paying for this room, or it was paid on a junket where everybody chips in a little bit to afford this room. Because there's no reason why a lowlife like Jay Wilson should be in this suite on the strip in Las Vegas, right? But the point is, he never intended to pay the room when he came there, girl, because he's giving ridiculous answers. I mean, ridiculous questions and ridiculous demands. You see the scam. This is why I use the roach analogy. He's used the room now, and now it's time to check out. Nothing has been paid for, right? He has scammed these people, these supporters, out of several $100s, supposed to be for gambling, except guess what? He don't gamble. So if the room is not paid for, he's basically traveling for free. Listen.
If I wanted it to be hot as Africa in the Saharan desert, it better be that hot. Because
wait a minute. How is the hotel in charge of the sun?
A person that is just over the top, but I paid too much money for that room.
You ain't paid nothing for the room.
To be right. Sunday came.
Pause. He's over making these demands about he paid too much for the room for to have these circumstances, and he got to control the sun. So I don't know what the hell this boy was expecting, but he already knows the rules of these hotels, right? He said he was a airline steward, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. He's been through these towns, right? He knows this scam, right? You know scam. There's all kinds of scams, honey. There are ways to scam the airlines. There are ways to scam the hotels. There are ways to get something for nothing. And this is a flim-flam man. He's a scammer. It is obvious, right? And he's telling him, we're paying this kind of money. If I want snow to come out the air conditioner, you better come on out. I'm hot. They say, sir, could you just close the drapes? Or certainly the shears, so that someone will be, oh no, I paid too much money. How in the hell are you complaining about how much money you paid when you haven't paid them anything? So far, you have paid them absolutely nothing for this suite of rooms in Las Vegas, right? This is what he's bragging about. As my friend Eddie used to say, just let him keep on talking. If you listen to this fool long enough, you're going to discover what kind of a person, what kind of a piece of shit you're actually dealing with, right? This is nothing but an old-time scam.
So that was Friday. That was Friday. And
y'all gonna get in a minute.
Check-in. So we got in our room at 11:15. Saturday, called again. Now, the sleeping area is fine, but it's just that living area. And don't get me wrong, you all, it was not unbearable, but I wanted it chilly.
How the fuck you gonna get it chilly? Wait, you wanted it chilly. So how do you explain the rest of this hotel? What they got 500 rooms, girl? So they don't get it chilly, but you're demanding your room has to be chilly. You want it extremely cold, even though you realize that by having the windows open and the engineer has come up there to tell you that you can't, it's not going to be, the air conditioner can't keep up with this heat. We're talking 110, 120 degrees, right? Oh, I want to see the strip. I want to see. But you're going to sit in front of the window and see the strip? When it cooled down, then the air conditioner worked fine. They said when you walk into the room, the air conditioner comes on, right? So it's actually chilly, but they have a whole hotel that they're in charge of. So whatever system they have is not as simple as just adjusting the air conditioner in one room. In other words, if you want to have it chilly, that means you want the whole goddamn hotel, the 500-600 rooms, to be chilly, right? Because if it's controlled for the entire hotel and they can't control the air conditioner in one room, nigga, you obviously are aware of this, correct? Listen to this arrogant bastard brag about it.
I watched Tootsie my behind right down there before 9 o'clock. Checkout was at 11. Checkout was at 11. It was a black man, and I went to him. No change. I came back and I told the lady, because now the guy told me, and see, now you can tell me, let me tell you what the black guy told me. Let me stop. Let me tell you what the black guy told me. What
difference make what color he is?
Exactly what was going on. And I said, sir, I said, I have invested too much money.
What money?
In this room for it to be.
Okay, let him talk.
Okay. I said, now, I sat in the living room and so on and so forth, but I said I wanted it at a certain temperature. And it didn't give me that.
Ain't that a bitch?
And I said, I paid too much money.
What money?
On my vacation. And I said, when I'm paying for a room of this caliber, I expect that if I want it to be sub below, that's what I want.
What?
I said, I don't come down here and argue. I said, I was very patient.
Nigga, you know exactly what the situation was in Las Vegas in that hotel. You are very familiar with exactly how that system works, because you never intended to pay for that room, because frankly, you cannot afford a room like that in Las Vegas on the Strip, right? You came there to scam them, right? And you're going to go and just with a straight face lie to these people and lie about these ridiculous demands. How are you going to demand a certain kind of air conditioner? You want it chilly. Oh, I want it chilly. Oh, it's cool, but I want it chilly. Well, close the goddamn window, the stupid ass black bastard. You want it chilly, nigga? Make a choice. He's sitting up here scamming these people out of their property. He knows he's going there and he intends to get this room for free. That is the intention. If you listen to what he's saying, you will see that is the intention, right? This is how he can have his fat, funky ass up in that goddamn big suite, girl, where usually celebrities stay at. She got her ass up in there, and she talking about, I paid this much money. I paid so much money. I'm in a luxury hotel. I paid this. Oh, I want to, man, I just want it chilly. He did that because he knew he wasn't going to pay. He knew the rules. He knew how they comp rooms in Las Vegas, child. It was all a scam. And he scammed his supporters because he said they gave him $300, but that was on the first day. He continued to collect money for 4 days in order for this trip, right? But he never did anything on the trip because he's too square and scary and stupid to even enjoy gambling. He don't enjoy gambling. He don't enjoy drinking. He don't enjoy smoking no weed. He don't do shit. He wants to go there and get 2 free movies, and he intends to get this hotel room for free. It is a scam. I can tell you guys scams that will curl your toes, honey. There's all kinds of scams, girl. He would know. He worked for the airlines. Listen at the arrogance.
And then come to find out, some of the stuff wasn't even in the system. Mm-hmm. So I said, this is what I want. I said, now they said they were going to comp me a day, but this is not going to satisfy the other 2 days that I've been in here.
What?
I said, this is what I want. What? I said, I want my whole trip comp. I want $300 of meal vouchers. I want my MGM points, and I want late checkout.
Ain't this a bitch?
I said, do you think you can do that for me? Yes, sir, we can.
You sit up there and scam these poor people.
I said, now, I learned that if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. So can you print me my receipt showing me a 0 balance and a credit? Baby, I just went to my bank account and the money is in the account.
Ain't that a bitch? This nigga is on here bragging about this scam where he just ripped these people off for the price of the hotel room. They offered him to comp him 1 day because of this story he has about the air conditioner, which he's already aware of the situation there at that hotel because he's performed this scam before, right? He's demanding that, oh no, I want my whole trip comped. He's demanding that, oh no, in addition to you not paying for the room at all, paying you absolutely nothing, 0 balance, right? I also want you to give me $300, right? So I can feed my fat ass. I thought you're supposed to be on some kind of the diet, nigga. Why you need $300 to eat, right? And and they said, yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do. And he's so stupid. And he's bragging about it being a criminal.
I didn't have to raise my voice. And the manager, let me catch this. Let me tell you, the manager did this over the phone. So I talked to the man. I said, is the manager too busy to see me?
Fuck you, bitch. You ain't paid nothing.
And he said, oh no,
wait a minute. Hold on. You can only make it but a couple of minutes with this boy. First of all, he is criticizing ZT for being in the lobby working free drinks. ZT has got 2 free drinks. This nigga got the whole goddamn suite of rooms, child, and he wants to demand that they give him a free room. They don't pay him. He don't pay anything for the room because they're in control of the sun. Because the sun comes in the room, it makes the room hot, and you're sitting there in 120 degrees, and you think you're supposed to go. I just want to look out the window. Oh, it's not chilly. I want it chilly. It's okay, but it's not chilly. It's not. No, nigga. The person said who was in charge of the heating and cooling system is here's how the system works. When you come into the room, the air conditioner comes on, right? But it's 120 degrees outside, right? So when you have the windows open, the sun where your room is situated is blaring into the room. So if you want it to be cool, you have to close the curtains and just enjoy the view at night. That's primarily what a Las Vegas view is, because a Las Vegas view is shit during the daytime. There's nothing out there to see. The strip is nothing. Is nothing exciting about the daytime view in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a nighttime city. So when it cools down and the room is cool, you open the drapes and you see Las Vegas, which is all lights and cameras and action. It's all lights. It all whole goddamn thing lights up, right? But no, he want to sit up there in the sun in the hot ass goddamn window talking about, it's not chilly. It's not chilly. And then he's going to make demands on these people. And you talking about he's black. So you want to go and make it hard on a black man then, right? You think you can take advantage of a black man. Why? Because he's black? Is that it? You've done this before, Jay Wilson. You ain't nothing but a scammer. As I keep trying to tell these people, you've been scamming since the day you got here. And here is clear and present scam. You ripped these people off for $300 and the goddamn room. The room was several $100s. I don't know, a Las Vegas suite of rooms. I mean, it looked like a big old apartment up there, girl. He wouldn't pick out the biggest one. He picked out the biggest one. If Jay Wilson has no job, right? And Jay Wilson is just working temp jobs, which he's barely been working because he's just been going all over the goddamn place, wasting y'all's money. If he ain't got no job, why would he be going to Vegas and getting this most expensive room, which was a mystery from the very first day? You say, well, what is going on there? Is there a group of people in there? I think there were other people in the other room too, and he already knows this scam. I'm gonna take y'all to Vegas. I'm gonna take y'all to Vegas, right? He's gonna take you to Vegas, all right, because he knows he's not gonna pay. That is what a con man does. This just shows you the character of Jay Wilson, right? The arrogant way he demands. How they gonna offer you a free room for whatever day, whatever the room is, $500 or $600 a day? I would imagine it will start something like that, girl. Hotel rooms, that's what they go for. If you have a suite of rooms, right, a whole suite with the kitchen and all that. So you talking about $500, $600, $700 a night for a room, right? He ripped them up. They offered to give him that. Oh no, I want more than that, because he already knows what they will do because he's done it before. He knows the rules and regulations, right? Listen to this.
My whole trip, the only thing I paid for was my airfare.
Ain't that a bitch? Bragging about it.
Period. That's why my room got comped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I was comfortable in the other rooms. I want air conditioning in all my rooms.
Girl,
and when you pay,
Miss, you didn't pay.
Money like that, there is an expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to the supervisor, because they finally brought a supervisor up. And
when you pay, he keeps saying, when you pay this amount of money, when you pay, but you have paid zero. You're bragging about not paying them anything. So why do you keep trying to take credit like you paid for something? No, you went into a luxury hotel, nigga, because you run this scam. You know how this scam works, child. So you want is no different than that cockroach in the food. It's the same goddamn thing. You've got trickeration about how you can get this damn thing paid for free. And you said they gave you $300 and you have a certain expectation. How you going to have an expectation, Jay Wilson? Why would you go on a vacation in the financial situation you're in? Why would you go to Las Vegas and get the biggest suite in the goddamn place, right? Why would you do that? Because obviously you're not in the financial situation to do that, right? Only way you do that because you knew you weren't going to pay for it. It wouldn't surprise me if you've used that same room. Are we through? The manager was a pushover. Okay, I'm going to talk to y'all in a second here. I want to talk to y'all in a second of y'all. See, maybe it's because I'm from the scam world and I know a game recognized game.
If you came to Vegas and if you paid, would you? And she understood.
Understood what? You ain't paid nothing.
Thank you so much. I said I will be back to MGM.
Girl, nobody care about your promises, bitch.
Handle this accordingly. I said I'm going to write the management, which I am.
And he'll wipe his ass with your girl. Okay, that's enough. That shut up, nigga. What an arrogant piece of shit this is.
A sale and a customer, and
a customer. How often do people go to Las Vegas, honey? You think they're sitting around for 2 or 3 years? Do you come back to Las Vegas? And when you come back, you're going to try the same kind of scam until they can finally connect the dots and see who you are, honey. He is complaining about ZT getting 2 free drinks and ZT being rude. But yeah, you're going to march your nasty, fat, funky black ass down to the goddamn desk. You're going to pick some black person. You figure they'll have mercy, loving kindness, because you already know what the rules are and what they will comp, right? And you're going to sit up there and make these demands based on how much money you spent when you haven't spent no money. And we know you didn't spend the money because you could never afford a room like that any goddamn way, right? Am I right or am I wrong? So you think ZT was rude? I think it was rude for you to sit up here and tell these people, no, I don't want to comp for one day. I want to comp for the whole trip. I want a zero balance. I want to see the zero balance. And I want a $300. I want you to give me $300 for food vouchers. And then and then I want an extended checkout time. And I want all this. And I want to leave Las Vegas without spending a goddamn dime. Let me see what y'all think about this shit. It ain't just me, honey. That is straight up scam, baby. Straight up scammer. And they recorded his idea. They recorded all the credit card information because when he comes back to Las Vegas and tries his weak ass shit again, then they have a trail. a trail of what this person does. This is Las Vegas, honey. They're dealing with thousands, tens of thousands of people a day. This ain't the first time they've been scammed, right? When you bring your black ass back, when they come back up, instead of just sending the maintenance people, they will also send security. Did y'all see it like I said? Ooh, look at all these people. Did y'all, do you see what I see? A scam in Las Vegas land. Can you see what I can see? Can you hear what I just heard? How you doing, Tracy? And Kanita Russell? How y'all? Am I crazy? Is it all in my mind? The bottom, you gotta, baby. In most crimes, they'll tell you financial crimes, scammer crimes, con man crimes. They'll tell you first thing, you know it from the movies. Follow the money. Follow the money. And what you're going to discover is that boy did that whole trip and paid nothing. He brags about paying nothing. And then he says that only thing he paid for was the flight there. Well, that was probably from flyer miles. So basically he went on his trip for free. And he's so stupid, he is retarded, to brag about it. Why would you brag about something like that? That's horrible. You get down there making demands on these people, talking about how much money you spend. Oh, when you spend this kind of money, you have the right to expect chili. I wanted chili in there. Why in the fuck you gonna expect chili? You talking about how you spend this kind of money when you haven't spent any money? You left that hotel not giving them one goddamn dime. You ripped them off. That's what happened. I'm sorry. Let me answer this. Yes. Who is this? A general? No, I need to cancel that. No, I don't go to General Hospital. I go to UCSF. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell the woman that I just got my pedicure yesterday. I don't need to see the podiatrist no more. It took care of my problem. Where was I at? Mm-hmm. That dirty dog. Blue Skies understands. Look at that. Rock star. That means I'm going to get his ass. Whenever I start with them energy drinks, baby. Mm-hmm. And it's common sense. Yes, it will. If he was 100 degrees in the sun. Girl, if it gets to be 120 degrees outside at your own damn house, are you going to have your drapes all spread open just so you want to see the view and you want it chilly as you're watching the view? It don't even make any sense. Right? It's so stupid. Girl, we used to have, I ain't going to tell you about all the shit I did back in the days. We used to have so many scams so similar to this. So similar to this. I know exactly. It wasn't my particular thing. I was a booster. That wasn't really but we had stories. So. And the arrogance. How you over on there demanding things from people? Begging people to give you money. I would like this. I would like that. I can't even believe it. When I just played that shit, I couldn't even believe it. I said, listen to this arrogant asshole. At the same time, he's talking all this shit about ZT and these goddamn 2 free drinks. It is a damn shame. He live in Texas. He know this, right? He's very familiar with the sun. He's very familiar with how to close your damn drapes when it's burning up hot. He knows exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing, right? It was always odd. You say, well, why could a person in Jay Wilson's financial condition be going to Vegas and living in luxury suites? I mean, suites where you have rooms and all that, and kitchens and all this kind of stuff. Why would he choose to do that when he ain't even paid his mortgage? Because he never intended to pay them a dime. It was always going to be a scam. Always. So maybe ZT's a low life, but you are certainly much more of a low life than him. To have such the nerve, the audacity. What do you want these people to do? Go and lasso the sun for you and move it over some damn where? Obviously, you're in the side where the sun comes in, nigga. I don't think they have the same problem on the other side. If you have a huge hotel and you got 500-600 rooms in this goddamn hotel, and your system is set up where it's going to be the same wherever you go, they're not going to turn the goddamn air conditioner up on the whole motherfucking hotel because you want it chilly. You want it so chilly, go back in your bedroom. You didn't even pay for that. And you call yourself a pastor? You are the chaplain? It is a disgust. It is disgusting. You are a disgrace to the race, a pause to the cause. You embarrass your family. You embarrass your dog. You embarrass the beef sector. They should be embarrassed about even giving you any money at all when they see what a piece of shit you really are, girl. Right? But you never explained it. You told them to donate to you for your trip. And then you come on it. You wanted them to donate to you for your trip. You never gave us I guess a bub went off, say, well, maybe I shouldn't be saying how much I'm getting. Maybe I shouldn't be saying how much I'm getting, right? But I mean, I see how people get money. He probably got upwards of $1,000 from his subscribers for this trip. This trip where he comes immediately on to brag about, I didn't pay them anything. So what was the money for? I don't gamble. Well, hell, what the fuck you need money? They gave me $300 worth of free dinners. You didn't even have the decency to pay for the food. And just because you asked for $300, who would even think of that, girl? It's because it is a familiar scam unto you. You knew exactly what you were doing. So don't call that boy a lowlife because he don't know how to act in public and he's trying to get an extra free drink, girl. You're trying to get the whole goddamn trip for free. Pitiful. Mm-hmm. That. Okay. He's smart, girl. I don't think so, honey. If you consider ripping off people, he's a criminal. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. That's a criminal act. He's a con man. And the universe is going to reward him for his actions, right? That's why he's never been able to accomplish anything, girl. That's why he's in his mid-50s still working on temp jobs. And not very many of those because he thinks that his job is going to be a chaplain. He is not suited to be a chaplain, right? Baby, you know, don't you? You're so smart, my queen. You say, okay, Daddy. I messed up, Daddy. I had no idea how scandalous the boy was. I've seen all the scams he's running on you guys on here. Oh, I've seen all the scams, the college scams, the all that shit, Cash App Palooza scams and paying people's bills scam and paying for colleges scam. This boy, this is hopeless. And then just for you to be who you are, Jay Wilson, to have the audacity to walk into an organization and claim the title of chaplain. You're the chaplain. There is a higher standard. I'm sorry, people. There is a higher standard. Thank you, William Moeller. Thank you for a super chat. That's why you never made it in ministry, Jay Wilson, because apparently the people who you tried to con into your way into that, they have this thing called discernment, right? This is why I was able to pick up on you so early on, because I recognize you for what you are, right? I can look into your eyes and I see Satan, right? Got into ministry because you thought I was going to pay you big money. I am so happy that it didn't happen because people are hurting for real. They have no idea. Who wants to go to a church where the pastor or the minister, person who's ministering to them goes online to talk and laugh about them? So if you're laughing about the people online because they're poor, or they got Section 8 or whatever the hell they got, you're laughing at that. That means you're laughing at us as well. You're not a chaplain. You're not a person that gives a fuck about us. You certainly don't care anything about bringing people under Christ. That's not you. You're there for $1. Like you said, coin keep you here. You are a disgrace, Jay Wilson. You're one of the most disgusting people I've ever encountered on YouTube. I just haven't. Greed, for it is the love of money that is the root of all evil. Even if you were going to rip those people off, you would think can you just get a room? Oh, no. You just like that woman who ordered the steak tartare and put the roach in her food, right? You're the same kind of nigga who would put a banana peel in the aisle of a grocery store. Then you go and you slip and you break your fat ass to sue them or to threaten them with suit. They call that a nuisance claim, and you know that you can settle and pay the mortgage again, right? I wouldn't put anything past you after this fiasco, Jay Wilson. Nothing. And the arrogance. Why would you brag about something like that? Why?
In this matter. It was that simple.
It was?
It was that simple.
Yeah. If you are a narcissist, it was that simple.
Period.
You just stole that money.
See, y'all up here running with this narrative that I'm intimidated by ZT. Mm-hmm. No.
Because he ain't nowhere near the scammer that you are, girl. He ain't nowhere near the scammer flim flam man that you are, Jay Wilson. That's the bottom line. What do I expect from a narcissist like Jay Wilson? Well, he said he was a pastor. He said that was the chaplain. When I'm about to draw my last breath, in walks Jay Wilson. He's alive. He's alive. Girl, I would be trying to run and get the hell out of that room. And I saw that demon come over here to pray over me. This is how the thing introduced himself to me. I was laying in my hospital bed, as far as I know, dying from cancer. I had never had cancer before. They were about to operate on me. And while I was in there preparing for surgery, I see this person, this Jay Wilson, online praying for me. And I thought, who in the hell is this? Who is this, right? And then he latched on to me. And not only did he pray that time, he was praying for me all the time. I said, girl, you got to be careful about who prays over you. He wasn't praying for me. He was praying on me. And he used me to climb into the beef sector, girl. He jumped from there to Kaya and Maddie. He's a parasite, a disgusting person. It sickens me to think of something like you in ministry unto our God. People who know God don't check into hotels to rip them off. But people say, oh, they got plenty of money. They got plenty of money. Well, that's what I said when I was a booster, when I was a criminal. See, I ain't got no problem telling the truth because I don't do that no more. I don't steal nothing, girl. You stole that. You stole that whole trip. And it was worth thousands of dollars. Couple at least. Right? But a narcissist won't see it that way. Oh, I had to get them in line. When you're paying this kind of money, when you paying, it ain't paid nothing. Because a luxury hotel would deal with that. If he tried that bullshit down there in downtown Las Vegas, they'd probably come with a baseball bat and beat her ass. Exposing yourself of what you are. You ought to take that video away, boy. That exposes exactly what you are. Because of who you are, you need to be jailed. Because of who you are, I will never get off your neck. And it's all because of who you are. You are a scammer, oh God. And you scam Las Vegas. You are a ripoff. Yes, God. And you rip those people off. And then you brag about it. Because you are a stupid bitch. And it's all because of who you are. Trailer trash. Born trailer trash. Oh, who is this? Sharon Marie Watson. Oh, thank you. Thank you for super chat. Okay. Praise report. The prayers of the requests are being met. CPS is getting busted wide open. Oh, my goodness. His reset is real. Socioeconomic empowerment to his people. Praise on. Bless the name of Jesus. Absolutely. Bring a little positivity. Let me bring some positivity. Girl, you ain't gonna find a lot of positivity dealing with somebody like Jay Wilson. This nigga say he a pastor. He ain't got no interest in the church. Girl, to be that old and not even a deacon. I mean, not even a deacon in it. No service unto anybody. And no service to anything other than what he calls a coin. He goes to church, immediately comes back and say, oh, they paid me. They paid me. So is that why you went to church? I mean, do you have any interest in just praising the Lord and being with God's people, like-minded people, giving praise unto him, encouraging each other? Does it all come down to what you call a coin? Con man, let me tell you something. A con man does not go around bragging about his cons. You're supposed to be stealeth, right? You're supposed to hit, honey, hit and run, right? You don't let people know, I just here for the money. I'm just here for beefing for dollars. I'm beefing for dollars. She done been on 3 times today because W is such a threat. You gonna learn about fucking with that woman, oh boy. Watch. You a hard-headed nigga. Jay Wilson is a damn clown. No folks like him, and it's embarrassing. It is much more embarrassing than what the ZT pulled. He don't know how to act, but he's nickel and dime. Jay Wilson is things up the high, honey. He got a higher calling. I'm gonna write them a letter. Say thank you for the room. Ain't that nice? I'm gonna write, nigga. Don't write me no goddamn letters. Give me my goddamn money, motherfucker. The bill is $1,200. Can I get that? You making all demands. Everybody else paid in the whole goddamn hotel, but you wanted chili. The nigga who don't pay. Girl, I know about scamming. We used to do this thing called dine and dash, honey. Go to the restaurant, order everything up, right? You can get away with it the first time. When you come in the door the second time, there is the security right there with you, honey. You're going to dine and dash. And then you're going to have a fit when they catch your ass. He ain't no better than nobody else, child. But the thing is, I can understand much easier a person scamming when they are hooked on drugs or they have some reason or they are piss poor and they can't do any better. I can understand that person much better than this person is supposed to be grand. I'm working, talking all that shit, girl. And he's the biggest scammer of all. You're not doing it because you're on drugs. This is the real you, right? You didn't even want their free drinks because you went on the clear mind because you had a plan. Pastor talks for 3 seconds. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Game On. Pastor talks for 3 seconds. Timothy Blaine pauses video. I can't. Every time I try to do it, he offends me with almost every breath that comes out of his mouth, girl. Maybe because I'm not an idiot. You didn't see the way I don't want to play it over again, baby. Believe me, I had every reason to pause. If you listen to him, he'll offend you or somebody else you know every 3 goddamn minutes. And he is so concerned with who is poor. That comes from the trailer, nigga. You're still trailer trash. You are clean and sober, and you're still out here stealing from people. And you want to talk about me? I was a booster? Like, oh my God, he said he was a booster. He said he was. Would I write a book about something that I'm so ashamed of, nigga? I fully understand and acknowledge what I did and what it was wrong, what I did. My debt to society has been paid, and I continue to pay it by not stealing from people like you, nigga. Like you stole that goddamn roof. Oh, it's just got a little shingles. It ain't really nothing wrong with it. I didn't know. Then she come back the next day. Oh, they're going to pay for the whole roof. I'm getting a whole new roof for free. Everything for free. You stole a roof, nigga. Scam artists. They just decided to give me a roof. Ain't nobody came to your damn house and saw a couple of loose shingles and just said, "Oh, I just decided. I think you need a whole new roof." You a goddamn lie, nigga. I wouldn't surprise me. You went there and pulled the shingles off to try to create damage. How much time are you spending in your living room while in Vegas? Okay, Roddy Q. Roddy Q says, how much time are you spending in your living room while in Vegas anyway? Oh, he said, I want to go in the living room. I want to look at the view, and I want it chilly. All this kind of money I'm paying, I want it chilly. This just is obvious. I mean, this is a low life. You're just going on these people's property, making all these demands, girl. You know you ain't gonna pay them nothing, child. And you're constantly hollering about when you paying this kind of money. When you paying this kind of money, I want to sit in the living room. Nigga, why do you have to sit in the living room, girl? You're in Las Vegas. It's hot there, girl. All they telling you to do, if you close the drapes, girl, it won't be hot because the sun won't be beaming into the goddamn room. But you want us to turn the air conditioner up in the whole hotel and freeze these motherfuckers to death? So you can have, I want to do chill. We giving the chill to the con man. Lord have mercy. And he couldn't afford that room. And so he knew what he was doing before he got there. Because he's done it before, or he's done it with someone else, or someone else has showed him how to do it. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you the way to scam. Yeah. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. Don't get upset. I'm not upset. Girl, this is just standard. This is standard procedure. I should be change the name of my channel to the J Wilson Correction. I can't use the cleanup, so I have to use the correction, honey. Everything he says is a lie and a spin, girl. And the only way we're gonna get rid of him is when, because he said, I don't need the money. I don't need the money. It's just easy money. It's just easy. Well, you were telling these people who you just scammed out of a couple $1,000s just last week, you're telling them that you don't need the money. It's just easy. So their money is easy. Is that what you're saying? Stupid ass. All you do is listen to them. Because they're easy. Yeah. It's easy to take your money. I'm living really high, so high. It is easy. I don't need it. I don't need it, but don't take it, nigga. Stop begging for it then, girl. Stop scamming people out their money. I don't need the money. I don't need the money. Oh, coin keep me here. Coin keep me here. Oh, I don't care about this. Oh, I don't even care. I just turn it off. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It seems to me that you do care a lot. Because here we are on a, what is this, Wednesday? And you already been on 3 times already, girl. When did you go to your temp jobs even? God damn. The temp job usually takes place in the daytime. That's when they need their help. I don't know how long, when they're going to need another chaplain. And considering your reputation, would they even want to be bothered with that? So do you have to switch reels yet again, Jay Wilson, and find something else you can claim that you are? Because you ain't shit. You're not anything, Jay Wilson. You're a student, professional student. That's it. You might as well go back to ripping off the government, because Joe Biden apparently is forgiving some of this student loan debt. So here's the big news. Joe Biden announced today that he's forgiving $10,000 of you guys' student debt. So if you ain't watched the news yet, watch it. Of course, there are stipulations and that kind of thing, but it seems to be pretty free, because if you're making less than $130,000 a year, they're going to forgive $10,000 of your student debt. Now, people who just use their student debt, that might be a nice chunk out of their student debt, right? Who people just went to school and got their education, went out and got a job, right? But for a professional like Jay Wilson, $10,000 probably ain't shit. That's a drop in the bucket. And education costs you $60,000 a year. He got 4 degrees, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Maybe that'll be a little bit of relief for you, boy. They've already been frozen. I think to December. You don't got to pay nothing until December. So it's good news today, Jay Wilson. You got something else for free. See, crime is addictive as well, right? The more he scams people, the more he realizes all the free shit he can get, the more he want to do it, right? It makes you lazy. I'll just do a scam and sit on my ass for another 3 months. And I'll just scam these people on YouTube. My original scam didn't really work when I came on and told them I was a pastor. And I read a paragraph out of the Bible and pretended to be a preacher. But they weren't giving that much for that. They like this. They like the mess. So I'll just trade in my soul and I'll just start giving the mess because that's what they respond to, right? And then I got to kind of get them to give. They wouldn't give him when I said I was a pastor. They got a whole lot better pastors than you to get a word from a Jay Wilson. You brought absolutely nothing new to the game, honey. You are a terrible preacher. Terrible. Just emulating people. The staff probably roasted him in the break room. Well, they probably, I'm sure many of them talk about it. They do this every day, honey. He didn't just, more probably, if you probably look on YouTube, you could probably put in your search engine hotel scams, and they'll probably tell you how to do what he just did, right? I remember they used to tell us about how to rip off airlines. You hear it, and these are easy ways to rip off airlines, right? When you're in the life. But I was a criminal then. I was a drug addict, honey. He's not a drug addict. This is the real him. He won't snow. Oh, I want it frosty. He said, "Oh, well, we'll comp you the room for a day, right? Oh no, I want the whole room. I want you to give me $300. I want you to have an extended checkout. No, all the demands, girl. How you gonna make demands when you haven't paid these people anything? Nothing. And you feel nothing about it because you're a narcissist, girl, and you're what you call a sociopath. You're not capable of feeling the struggle of other people. That's a business. All those people you ripped off, they all have to be paid. Every person in that hotel has to be paid. You say they rich, they got all this money. They have this money because they're running a business. It's no difference than going into Macy's and stealing their clothes, girl. You stole that. Didn't belong to you. You stole it. Well, I'm behind. D-Dot said that's absolutely insane. Can't believe he even attempted that mess. He more than attempted it. He accomplished it. He said he got and had the nerve to demand a receipt for it, right? To demand a receipt for it, showing zero balance. He paid Las Vegas absolutely nothing because the room wasn't chilly. You would think he'd be somewhere trying to find a job, honey. It's a damn shame. Somebody on here hollering about they got a job. I'm working. And every time somebody calls on his ass, girl, they found out some other shit. He don't work here no more. Oh, he's a temp. Oh, then he made a whole video yesterday talking, oh, this is how the breakdown goes. The hospital, everybody's a temp. Oh, I don't want no full-time job. They want to say, oh, maybe you want a full-time job. So you took the training to be a temp as a chaplain. Girl, the chaplain goes on vacation once a year, honey. Maybe they get COVID twice a year. How many chaplain positions? You ain't had none since you came back, boy. So what are you doing? Filing work in the meantime? No, because I can go to YouTube. And give me 2 super chats, and that'll cover everything. Motherfucker. He told him, oh, we gonna sneak and we gonna find a way to have a Cash App Palooza. Or everybody game with the Cash App. That's another goddamn lie. You know goddamn well nobody won in the Cash App Palooza but you. Because every time they put their name on there, they had to pay you. Pay me and I'll say your name. Maybe somebody will give you something. That's the scam. Passer. I wonder if your family is embarrassed by you, by your antics. Surely they know you. What? Chupacabra. What do he look like? Jay Wilson's dog look like a child worry. What is the chupacabria? I don't know why I can't say it. Chupacabria. Jay Wilson's dog look like. I love dogs though. I do love dogs. The dog will help him. See, even these psychopaths have the capacity usually to love their dogs, right? So the dog will help him. He can love something. Obviously, he was not able to love Mark. Today he said, "Oh, I've been with the same partner for 4 years." I said, "Well, goddamn, how long it take for that to come out?" They've been asking you, "Are you with Mark, girl?" for the last 6 months. And now you come out, "Oh, I've been with the same partner." You ain't been with no same partner, girl. The trip was paid for a plan months before he left your punk ass. Ooh, it's hot. It's gotten hot in her. I'm gonna take off all my clothes. Oh, Uncle Tim, please don't do that to us. I gotta get a little breeze going. How y'all doing? How y'all doing on today, honey? Exposing himself. I can't make people believe me. What a piece of shit they're dealing with there. They keep going over there. They keep giving him money and even though you understand what this person is, honey, you're still supporting that. You're enabling him. He doesn't deserve it, right? He begs for people money, begs for their money. Then he comes back and tells them how he don't need their money and all this kind of shit. I just do it. It's just easy. It's just easy. It's just easy for me to come on here and work you. You're an easy dollar, easy mark. That's why I do it. I'm just here for the money. And then you're going to try to preach for is the love of money? Preach that, girl. I want to hear, because you're going to spin it because that's what you do. Tell us about how money, not money is the root of all evil, because we have to have money to live, right? It is the love of money, which is the root of all evil. That's why people do a whole lot of crime, right? It's always about trying to get over. It's that get over spirit that dominates your life, right? And then you keep on playing and you haven't set up anything that is serious to hold on to a mortgage over a long period of time, right? You say you had a house for 8 years. Girl, people on here have paid off their houses, girl. 8 years ain't shit. You already in a second mortgage because you slipped and said that, they ain't gonna help me pay these mortgages. Why would you have mortgages? You don't have a business. The only way you're gonna have mortgages and you live in one house, you don't have any other residence, you don't have no business, is that you've taken a second mortgage on that house already in 7 years. Actually, you took it in about 3 years, girl. Because when you came to YouTube, you were in a financial downfall spiral, right? You were still trying to get the job. Maybe I'll take a job at Greyhound. Maybe I'll take a job at Greyhound. They told me to get unemployment. I don't want nothing from the government. I don't want nothing. Girl, if you don't take your ass back to that trailer park and shut the fuck up, take your ass right on back where you came from, girl. His name is definitely on the list now. That's right. They know who you are, right? Believe me, before they comp anything, they're running your name through their system. Now, he might have had somebody else's name before, or he might have more than one name he's using. We didn't see the receipt, so we don't know what name he checked in under, or was this person the other person in the room? Did they use that room, that name this time? But if you pulled the scam once and gotten away with it, no, they don't let you do that again, honey. In Jay Wilson's case, since he said he flaw all the time, he's probably got a long list of offenses, right? He left out the case of travel size soap. Did he steal the soap and shampoo, girl? Somebody said he stole the damn light bulbs. I don't know. More than likely, he might have stole the light fixtures, see, because he's a sociopath. He doesn't care. He just wants to get over. Now, how are you gonna be taking somebody on a date to Las Vegas and they see that you are down at what's going on over at the thing? No, let me handle this. I'll be right back. I'll take care of the bill. No, you guys get packed. I'll go out and take care of the bill, because you don't want them to know what you just did. and what you made them a party to. Maybe Mark is not a thief. Maybe he don't want to steal a room. Some people don't have any desire to get over it like you, Jay Wilson. You couldn't afford to take nobody on no damn trip and no luxurious suites. You can't even pay your goddamn light bill, nigga. Dumbass. I'm demanding $300 for food credits. Ooh, Ronnie Q, you own 100. Ronnie Q says $300 food credits so Mark could get drunk enough to fuck him to screw him. Was that Mark in the doorway, child? Just because Mark was there on this pre-planned trip does not mean that he's still with him. He ain't gonna be you're gonna have to get rid of all that skin before he's gonna be having sex with you, I would imagine, girl. I just could all that blubber stuff and that big old huge fupa. And people are challenging him left and right to stand up, right? They stand with a real Slim Shady. Please stand up. We want to see how slim you are, right? People lose weight in different places. All we know is he lost weight here in them jowls, girl. Them big ass jowls. But we don't know what happened to the rest of that body. That's a lot of fat to take off, girl. But he wants to simply stand up. Why don't you stand up then? Since you slim and trim, I ain't got no problem standing up. I'm a fat pig. I don't care. You say you don't care, girl. But you want to come over here and claim that you lost all this weight. Swallowing all them goddamn diet pills, girl. Like, a lot of meth addicts, they started with diet pills, Jay Wilson. That's whenever speed enters the body, baby. If they gave him all that, the room wasn't all that. No, Elnor, he went there because white folks, people who spend money, they go and they make demands all the time, right? These luxury hotels, these Beverly Hills hotels, Las Vegas hotels. They do stuff like that. So he already knew what they would comp for these complaints, right? But his demands don't make any sense at all. None. Right? The people, if they could adjust the room temperature in just his room for him, that would mean he could adjust it then. The thermostat would be on the wall. They just turn it down. If they could do that. No, these huge buildings like that, they turn it on to a certain degree. If you're sitting in front of the goddamn window and you're facing the sun, it's 120 degrees out there. It's going to be warm in the room that faces the sun. It made no sense at all. He did it because he felt like he could do it. Like he's got a couple $1,000 extra. How you got a couple thousand extra, nigga, and you ain't got no job? Pitiful. He think he stuffed socks or underwear. Oh, wait a minute, Chris. Chris Caldwell, you been in the life, I think he stuffed socks or underwear in that AC. Right. That occurred to me as well, Chris. Oh, you on top of it. Sabotage the air conditioning and then say it's hot. It's hot in here. Yes, they do stuff. Exactly. That is that you have it right on point. That's what they do. They came there to scam. Is that who you want to be your pastor? How about your chaplain? Do you want to take your last rites with a person like that? That boy can't get no prayer through. A certain word. He uses a certain word when he pops himself. Molly. He writing the manager. Ain't that a bitch? Chartered management took that shit and threw it in the trash. You think that management is not used to scammers by now? You think he hasn't heard this stupid ass story before? He didn't heard everything, girl. He's the manager of the hotel. A hotel, which is a tourist hotel. They've heard every scam there is, child. Just like when I went into the MGM hotel, I was 19 years old and tried to pull the scam that somebody had pickpocketed me, right? They knew that shit. They got half smiles on their face. I'm sitting there looking at the cameras, and I can see myself standing right there. Ain't nobody came nowhere near me, girl. They know that. That's what they're in that business. So maybe they do it once. A criminal. Not high, not drunk, just a criminal. He said, what? He said it wasn't cold enough for him to lay on the couch with his blanket. The nerve. The nerve. People, y'all need to download this video of this fool over making all these claims and all these brags about how he ripped his hotel off. So when he applies to be somebody's chaplain, that's all they got to see, honey. That's all they have to see, child. And the arrogance of when you stole these people's money. It amazes me. He came in here hollering about when I was a booster 35 years ago. When I was a booster, oh, you used to make a scene. You used to make a scene when you get caught. Why is that so fascinating for you, Jay Wilson? And you're doing the same goddamn thing as a sober man, a sober 50-year-old man, right? Aren't you making a scene when you're making demands on these people? It's not good enough when you're spending this kind of money. You weren't spending no kind of money. Or you trying to deceive these people that you could actually afford this room? You think that this is the first time they've ever been through this or heard of this? You are a nuisance. So they said, well, give him the room, get his picture, file his picture, and we're done with it. He probably knew that as well. He's probably been to Vegas under different names or used. It wouldn't surprise me if he has different IDs. So when y'all sit over there listening to all that bullshit he be talking, remember this day. Remember that video, honey. Download it. They want you on the floor. Okay, they don't want you sitting in rooms all day. They want you on the floor gambling. Well, his subscribers gave him the money to do that. He said he don't need it. He don't need it. Well, why'd you ask for it then, nigga? You asked for it. I heard you. All right, you lovely darlings. It looks like it's a nice day. It was hot in here, but it looks kind of cool. I'm going to take my dog for an extended walk. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. Nice to see you, Tracy. Nikki with the eye patch balloon. All you guys, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Later.